Welcome back to Rubbin Minds, a discussion that will probably keep on going till the end of time, but for the sake of time, we're just touching on some of the salient points on social media. What can you do, or how can you survive without social media? We're talking about addiction. I still have Layla and, of course, Tiwa Ola with me. Thank you very much again, guys.
Thank you
now,
so
let's go on straight to the issue of addiction. You hear of addiction as, I mean, the definition, layman's term, is basically you are hooked. You keep going back to that source. It gives you a sense of high or happiness, or momentarily you forget all your troubles. And some also are in the school of thought that social media, when you go online, it gives that same addiction level to people. In fact, it's even more dangerous now because in the corner of someone's house or home, you could be addicted, always online, maybe 25 hours in a day, and there's just no break. So how many hours is safe to be online in terms of social media? Let me start with you, Akiwa.
So I wouldn't say there's a particular number of hours that you should probably spend on social media. I think everyone needs to have their own personal, the way you relate to your social media. So for me, for example, I'm a very big addict of social media, maybe because my business is all around it. I've had the passion for it for too long. So most times, anywhere I'm going to, if I'm getting into channels TV, I'm making a Snapchat of it and taking the video on my Instagram story, and because it's fun for me. But while I'm getting...
Is it fun for you, or is it business for you?
So that is fun because I didn't have to do that. I didn't have to put it on my Snapchat because it's my personal account, not my company's account. Okay. So that is fun for me. So I do these things because, I go on Saturday to play football, and then I Snapchat, and then I put up different posts about it. That's fun for me. I won't go into a meeting that is serious and then do the Snapchat in it, because at that moment, I'm trying to make money. So I think everyone needs to have a particular time you spend on social media.
If that is your recommendation, there's no right or wrong number of hours, that means you can't really blame people who spend all their time on social media then. Am I right to say that?
I think that, because like you said, like those that are addicted to drugs, there's always a consequence for it. Once you're addicted to something, there's a consequence for it.
Yeah, even with that, I mean, when it's drugs, if you take past a certain dosage, if you take past a certain, there's a gauge. That's what I'm trying to get at. Is there a gauge for social media, Layla?
Yes. Once you realize that that you're not being effective with you, as in that you are no longer being productive with your time or with yourself, because you're spending all that time on social media, you need to stop. Take, for instance, you wake up in the morning by 5 a.m. Like, take, for instance, we're in Nigeria, we're in Lagos. You wake up in the morning by 5 a.m. and you need to get to work, and you're already stuck up in traffic from 6 to 7. I don't think it's bad, like, trying to while away that time you are on social media.
Okay.
So that's like 2 hours already. And because you're on traffic for 2 hours, you're already 2 hours on social media. Now you get to office. As in you are at work, you're supposed to focus on your work. You understand? As long as you're not using your social media at the wrong time and it's not affecting your productivity at the office, it's cool. Then when you now finish from work and you're going back home again and there's another 3-hour traffic, it's okay for you to be on social media. That's now 5 hours. That's why I think I agree with him when he said that there's no particular time. There's no particular time that is normal or not normal.
I'm listening to you, but I'm hearing, I mean, if somebody works at Facebook, for example,
okay,
and is a member of staff.
Beautiful, unless if it is for business, unless you're using social media for business. Like, personally, I use social media for business. I stay online.
Does it make it less of an addiction? That's my point. An addiction is an addiction.
If you're using social media for business, we can't say you're addicted to social media because that's where you make your money from.
Let's take a look at people who put up pictures, who, Baba God just blessed me.
Beautiful.
And there's a brand new 2018 Lexus Jeep. And you're thinking of your life and you're like, is it not the same God I'm serving, or what did I do wrong? Does it bring a sense of frustration to people who look up to these people on social media, especially when their source of wealth is even questionable? Some people don't even know where. One day you're on one follower, the next day you're on, you know. So how do you, what's your advice to people like that? There's some people that are actually addicted to the fact that they want to be like what they see. they get a brand new phone, they're eager to share it with the
So
world.
I feel that that's still one of the things that everyone is supposed to control about their use of social media. You need to know when, like, while you're checking out these things, have it at the back of your mind that it's social media, like it's not real life. So you can't afford to get too into it. Like you can't afford to. Sometimes you look at some people's posts and then you just need to remind yourself that this
may not be really like 100% true.
Okay, last one quickly.
Okay.
Do you think people who are not on social media are missing out?
I'm missing out.
100%.
No. I wouldn't say that. People that are not on social media,
Because I know some
that they
people.
have lives outside and they're making their money, they're doing good. I don't think you're missing anything.
Okay, so that's the. I think that they're really missing out because social media connects you to news fastest. Social media,
I'm saying, as long as they're getting their news from somewhere else.
Like I said,
you can check on your
this discussion.
As long as they're getting their news from somewhere else.
Maybe we should carry it on social media.
That would be good. That would be good.
Thank you very much, Leila.
Tiwa,
thanks a lot.
Nice to be here.
And I'll catch you online. For those of you out there, I don't know, I think you do what is comfortable with you within the context of reality and don't get too hooked up on it. We have another guest coming up. He's a very creative guy, a celebrity photographer, filmmaker, and he'll be talking about some personal and professional issues in his industry right after the break. His name is Yomi Black.